What if one morning you woke up with so much money that every bill, every dream, and every one day was instantly covered? Would you still chase wealth, or would you finally chase something bigger? Before we dive in, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and comment where you're watching from, because what you're about to hear could change what you think wealth really means. If you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend, what would you chase then? Would you run after more numbers on a screen? Or would you finally turn toward the things you've been putting off for years? Dreams, relationships, experiences you swore you'd get to one day? The truth is, most people think wealth means freedom from work. But the real paradox is this. True wealth isn't about quitting. It's about choosing. It's about reaching a place where money no longer whispers fear into your ear or dictates the shape of your days. Napoleon Hill understood this better than most. He taught that riches without purpose are nothing more than a golden cage, while wealth tied to a clear mission can transform not only your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. Because when you have more than enough, the real question becomes, enough for what? This journey isn't about swelling your bank account for the sake of ego or security. It's about becoming the kind of person who attracts abundance naturally, because you operate from vision, discipline, and service. You're not here to just earn. You're here to build something so meaningful that even if the money vanished, the legacy would remain. Napoleon Hill often said that wealth is first a state of mind long before there's a balance in a bank account. You can meet people with millions who still feel poor, trapped by fear, chained obligations, unable to enjoy the life they've built. And you can meet others with far less who carry themselves like kings and queens because they understand the real currency of life. True wealth rests on three unshakable pillars. The first is time freedom, the rare ability to spend your days exactly how you choose. Not rushing through mornings because you have to be somewhere, not giving the best hours of your life to someone else's dream, but waking up with full ownership of your time. The second is impact, the power to influence lives and create change. It's the joy of knowing your work, your voice, your presence leaves a world better than you found it. That could mean mentoring one young person, or transforming an entire industry. But the wealth is in the difference you make. The third pillar is inner peace, the quiet confidence that lets you lay your head down at night and sleep deeply, knowing your life is aligned with your values. No amount of money can buy this. It's a reward for living authentically. Without these three pillars, money is just paper and numbers, easily lost, easily stolen. But when your wealth includes time to live fully, the influence to help others, and the peace of a clear conscience, you are richer than any lottery could make you. This is the kind of wealth worth chasing, not for status, not for greed, but because it allows you to live on your terms, give without fear, and rest without regret. Everything else is just noise. You either control your mind or it controls you. Napoleon Hill's words cut deep, because they expose the root reason most people never break free from financial limits. They live with survival mindset, constantly thinking about how to pay bills, stretch a paycheck, or avoid loss. Survival thinking keeps you chasing crumbs instead of baking a whole loaf. True wealth begins when you replace survival with creation, when your mind shifts from how do I get by to what can I build that will outlast me. This is where definiteness of purpose becomes a game changer. It's not enough to want more money. You must choose one burning goal so compelling that it becomes the organizing principle of your life. Every decision, every action, every relationship begins to align with that aim. Wealth consciousness is born from this focus, the ability to see opportunities hiding in plain sight, to turn problems into stepping stones while others only see roadblocks. Where the average person sees a closed door, a wealth-conscious mind sees a wall to climb over, a key to create, or a new room to build entirely. If you want to train your mind for this shift, try this. Write down the one thing you would build, create, or pursue if failure was impossible. Don't censor it. Don't think about the cost. Just put it on paper. That vision is the seed of your definiteness of purpose. And once you plant it, your mind will start reorganizing your reality to make it grow. You stop living in reaction and start living by design. And that is the mental state where unlimited wealth begins to flow toward you. Wealth isn't built in a single leap. It's the quiet product of small, deliberate actions repeated over time until their effect becomes unstoppable. Napoleon Hill called this the power of accurate thinking, the discipline of investing your energy only where it will create real returns. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most, over and over again. Think about the person who commits to reading one book a week. At first, the change is invisible, just another week, another book. But after a year, that's 52 new perspective strategies and skills feeding their mind. Or consider the person who saves 20% of every dollar they earn. In the beginning, it feels slow, almost insignificant. Then one day they realize their money is working harder than they are, quietly multiplying in the background. The same happens with relationships. Making just one valuable connection a day means over 300 in a year, each with potential to open doors you didn't even know existed. This is a law of compounding effort. Like compound interest, it's slow at first, then suddenly explosive. But it works both ways. Neglecting your health today compounds into sickness years later. Ignoring opportunities compounds into regret. Small financial leaks compound into debt. Every action, good or bad, is a seed that grows over time. The wealthy understand this and guard their habits like treasure. They know that every book read, dollar saved, and connection made is a brick in the empire they're quietly building. The poor dismiss the small things because they can't see the payoff yet. But the truth is, the gap between poverty and abundance is rarely made by one big decision. It's made by thousands of small ones that either compound into wealth or compound into loss. There comes a point in the journey when the chase for money loses its charge. The thrill that once came from watching your account grow is replaced by a deeper, more satisfying rush. The thrill of creating impact. You realize the zeros in your balance sheet don't move your soul the way a single moment of real change in someone's life can. Many of the ultra-wealthy reach this crossroads. Some turn their focus to philanthropy, building schools in underprivileged areas, funding medical research, or creating opportunities for those born without them. Others step into mentorship, guiding entrepreneurs and leaders not just to succeed financially, but to lead with integrity and vision. And then there are those who dedicate their energy to legacy projects, endeavors that will outlive them, carrying their values forward long after their name fades. Napoleon Hill taught that the highest purpose of wealth is service, because service is the only investment that pays dividends in meaning. When you arrive at this stage, the questions change. It's no longer how much can I make, but am I chasing money or meaning, and what legacy will this wealth leave? The answers demand honesty. True fulfillment comes from aligning your resources with something greater than yourself. Money can buy comfort, but only service buys significance. The paradox is that when you let go of money as your primary motivator, it often flows to you even faster, because your focus shifts from taking to giving, from scarcity to abundance. The game changes entirely, and winning means leaving behind more than you found. True wealth is not just a number in your bank account. It's the power to choose how you spend your days, the freedom to give without fear, and the peace of living with purpose instead of letting money dictate your every move. It's waking up without the weight of financial worry and going to bed knowing your life is aligned with something bigger than profit. This kind of wealth doesn't happen by accident. It's built intentionally, day by day, through vision, discipline, and service. The goal is not simply to reach a point where money no longer concerns you, but to go beyond it, into a life where your resources fuel something far greater than yourself. Build wealth so large that you no longer have to think about it, and then use that position to build something even greater. A legacy, an impact, a movement that outlives you. This begins now, not later. Start today with one decision that moves you toward your vision. Commit to one habit that strengthens your character and your capacity. Take one action that plants the seeds of abundance for tomorrow. Every step you take shapes the person you are becoming. The kind of person who can handle infinite wealth without losing themselves in it. Napoleon Hill put it plainly. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Make that your standard. Give more value than expected. Operate with integrity. And keep your vision anchored in purpose. In the end, wealth beyond wealth is not about money. It's about becoming the person who can change the world with it. Napoleon Hill's mastermind principle teaches that when you surround yourself with minds that multiply your thinking, you create a force far greater than your own. Most people interpret this solely as a way to make more money, but the truly wealthy know there's a deeper game, building multiple streams of purpose. Yes, multiple streams of income can free you from financial worry, but multiple streams of purpose give you a reason to get out of bed long after money stops being a motivator. Purpose fuels energy, creativity, and fulfillment in ways a bank balance never can. Think of the wealthy investor who chooses to fund youth programs, not for publicity, but because every life change is a return far greater than any stock market gain. Or the CEO who decides that a percentage of company profits will be used to restore forests or clean oceans, turning a business into a force for good. This approach keeps wealth from becoming stale, because every new project connects you to something bigger than yourself. It replaces wealth boredom with a sense of endless horizons. The secret is to ask yourself, how can what I already know, already do, and already love be used to serve others profitably? That's where purpose and prosperity meet. As an exercise, write down 3 ways your current skills could improve someone else's life while also generating income. It might be teaching what you've mastered, creating tools that solve problems, or investing in ideas you believe in. When you stack multiple streams of purpose alongside your streams of income, you create a life so rich in meaning that the chase for money becomes secondary. Wealth stops being the destination and becomes a vehicle for impact, and that's when abundance becomes truly limitless. When riches begin to come, they come so quickly, in such abundance, that one wonders where they have been hiding. Napoleon Hill wasn't speaking in poetry. He was describing the tipping point that happens when all the years of focused effort finally align. It's the moment you stop chasing money and begin attracting it effortlessly. At this stage, you no longer spend your days hunting down opportunities. They seem to find you before you even know you're looking. People begin paying for your time, your ideas, your presence, not just your labor. Your name carries weight, and doors open simply because your reputation precedes you. Your network starts working for you in ways you can't track, connecting you to investors, clients, and partners without you lifting a finger. This is a wealth autopilot stage, and it feels almost surreal. But there's a hidden danger here: complacency. The same ease that feels like a reward can quietly turn into stagnation if you stop stretching yourself. It's tempting to slow down, to coast on past victories, but wealth without growth will eventually lose its thrill. This is precisely the moment to re-anchor yourself to a bigger mission, something that challenges you, excites you, and serves more than just your own needs. Maybe it's building an entirely new business, expanding your impact to a global scale, or mentoring the next generation of leaders. The key is to keep your purpose growing faster than your bank account, because while money can flow on autopilot, meaning requires conscious cultivation. Those who stay truly wealthy, not just in finance, but in fulfillment, use this stage not as a resting place, but as a launch pad for the next, even greater chapter of their life's work. If you found value in these insights inspired by Napoleon Hill, make sure to subscribe for more powerful lessons on mindset, wealth, and personal growth. We share timeless wisdom, practical strategies, and motivational content to help you unlock your full potential. Stay inspired, stay focused, master your mind,